Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Crypto Yuva. In today's video, we will be looking upon the Bitcoin analysis, and also we will be talk over the news which has come from Michael Saylor, who has bought around 6,455 Bitcoins. As you can see, in today's market, the Bitcoin is up around $27,000, and it is 1% down right now. And you can see in this it is in the 7 days chart, and in the 1 day chart the Bitcoin is performing pretty well. But now we will be looking into this video whether the Bitcoin will survive this price range, or it will fall down, or it will pump. So let's get into the video. As you can see, this is the Bitcoin chart. We have seen a sudden spike in the market after the date of 11 March. You can see here. And this resistance line was pretty much working well right here. You can see that the candles were maintaining this price range. I meant to say is this resistance was working pretty right, but then as you can see here, it started to pump and dump. When this scenario occurs, you can see here at this price range, the Bitcoin started to pump and dump in this price range, and the price range is around, it has went up to the price range of $29,000 and down up to $26,500. You can see here the main resistance coming to the Bitcoin is around the price range of $28,000. Once the Bitcoin breaks this price range with higher volume, I meant to say is the volume is really low in here. You can see this is the Bitcoin's dominance chart. Once you can see, in a time when the Bitcoin was trading really high, its dominance was really high, the altcoins were not performing well. As I have said you in the old videos itself, that once the Bitcoin dominance starts to fall, then we can expect some rally in the altcoins. As you can see, the altcoins dominance is coming down only. I have already said in the previous videos also. In this video, I have explained you that altcoin chart. In this altcoin chart analysis, I have said you that whether it will pump or dump. As I said, once the dominance is not really high, you can see once there was around, the dominance was around 12%, and it is now trading around 9%. It should come minimum up to 10 or 11%. When it reaches these price ranges, as you can see, when it reaches these price ranges, and it should break this pattern. You can see it was high around 14% and 12%. It was even high around 16%. But in the history, you can see that all coins were performing really high when the Bitcoin was also performing really high. But now the Bitcoin dominance is getting higher and higher. So also the altcoin is also not getting higher dominance. Once the dominance comes to start here, then we can see a movement in the altcoins market. So most of you have invested in the altcoins, and you were texting me that whether we should invest in altcoins or not. See, in the long term, we can make profit out of altcoins. But now, once the dominance gets back to its position, once the dominance get right here, then only we can see movement in the market. And also the money which are flowing into the market are mainly coming into the Bitcoin. Now people are trusting Bitcoin because after the bank got collapsed, some of their took their money out of the bank, and they thought that they will invest in the cryptocurrency, and the main name they meant to know was Bitcoin. As you can see, the Bitcoin dominance is also performing the same pump and dump here. You can see once the Bitcoin breaks this price range, which is around $28,000, then only we will be seeing some spike in the price range. Then only we can confirm that it is a bull rally. Until that, don't make big investments right now. So let's get into the Michael Sellers news. You can see MicroStrategy repaid its $205 million Silvergate loan at a 22% discount. As of 3/23/23, MSTR acquired an additional 6,455 bitcoins for $150 million at an average of 23,200 per bitcoin, and hence you can see this much amount of bitcoin now the MicroStrategy is holding and acquired for 4.14 billion at an average of $29,000. You can see this is the same tweet. Let me get to into it. This is the PDF they have shared in their bitcoins. You can see this is the MicroStrategies application. I meant to say is website, and they have uploaded this. You can see this is their Securities and Exchange Commission's report, and here they have mentioned about all the other events which have took place, and you can see here 6,455 bitcoin has been bought. You can see on the date of March 27. But still you will be asking that the Michael Saylor has bought that much Bitcoin, but why did the Bitcoin did not pump? As you can see, these big investors buy the Bitcoin before itself in the price range of around $20,000 or around $19,000. Then they announce these investments afterwards only. They doesn't tell us about the investments before itself. As you can see, once the MicroStrategy Michael Sellers tweet came out, it was around March 27, and the timing was as here mentioned. In this date you can see on the date of March 27 the market was started to fall, because these institutional investors try to manipulate the market, and they already buys the Bitcoin. Also, in the history also, whenever Saylor buys Bitcoin, it always dumps only. This was not only in today only it is not happening. It has happened already. You can see in this day candle that the Bitcoin has fallen on 27 March. This is the reason behind is sometimes they claim not the right dates, and sometimes they claim not the correct price they bought. So once the Bitcoin should break this price range, and the volume should be high only, the dominance can fall. As you can see, the volume was high when the Bitcoin was at this price range, but then the volume started to fall, but still the Bitcoin got raised. But the main problem is with high volume. You can see now it is showing some chart. The volume is getting high right now. Once the volume reaches this price range, this price range, which I meant to say is with higher volume, once it's break this resistant line, which is around $28,000 and $29,000. Once the Bitcoin breaks this price range, this is the dominance I have opened. In this indicator, I will open you with the volume, 24 hours volume. So you can see here, once the volume should be high, then the Bitcoin should break this pattern. I hope you understand in this video. So after the official tweet came out from the Michael Saylor, I started to short the market, because it was the history that whenever Michael Saylor announces that in the Twitter that he has bought the Bitcoin has started to fall only. As per the history, it started to fall only. So I thought of shorting the Bitcoin and made some profit, and he buys before and announces after. Most of the institution investors buys the Bitcoin at the price range of very low, and they announce while the Bitcoin is staggering. I meant to say it's pump, it dumps. It doesn't makes any breakout or it doesn't fall. In these times only these institutional investors make their statements that they have bought So there will be a high short selling chances whenever an institutional investor invests. But as you can see, it was not only with other institutional investors. Only whenever the Michael Saylor buys the Bitcoin, it starts to dump. In the 27th March, you can see here, it started to dump only. It has went below up to $26,300. So keep this in mind. Whenever Michael Saylor buys the Bitcoin and announces it in the Twitter, try to make some short calls through which you can make some profit out of it. And once the Bitcoin breaks this price range, and also the dominance should also fall. When the dominance of the Bitcoin gets fall only, the altcoins will start to pump. Its dominance should reach around 12 or 13 percentage, then only we can see. Historically, the altcoins were performing at the dominance of 16 percentage, and it went up to 19 percentage on January of 2022. I meant to say is a year before. So once the bit altcoins reaches that places, then you can see the movement in the market. So I will be uploading next video upon what are the altcoins you can invest right now and make some profit. Until that, thank you.